Tesla's Q1 sales numbers are in, and they are not good. And as always, those opposed to Tesla are declaring the company doomed, while the Tesla fans try to explain it away. As for me, I really want to be optimistic, but on a recent drive to Northern California, I've seen things. Things I can't unsee, and they make me worry. So I guess we got to talk about this right now.
Sound the alarm. I'm coming up. We'll have a ball.
Hi, this is Rich from Wings, Wheels, and Wires coming to you from San Jorge, Nicaragua. So the transition to electric vehicles is a polarizing and sometimes controversial one, and no company embodies this more than Tesla. Every time they lower prices or fail to meet sales targets, their opponents, the fudsters, short sellers, and bears, all declare the company is hitting rough times and soon to fail. At the same time, the Tesla fanboys declare the lower prices a gift from Daddy Elon out of the generosity of his heart and his goal for a sustainable future. And the Tesla apologists come up with perfectly logical reasons why their sales fell short. And up until February, I found myself somewhere in the middle. I mean, yeah, interest rates are up, making all financed products more expensive, including cars. And this affects all automobile manufacturers, even including Tesla. So yeah, they probably do have a reduced demand. Luckily, they also have one of the highest profit margins in the auto industry, so they're able to lower their prices to offset the increase in interest rates. Piece of cake. So I've had this sort of centrist opinion for years now, but recently I've seen some things that made me start thinking.
And I haven't really had an answer, but now, yeah.
So what changed my mind? Well, the Q1 numbers could have done it, but they were just the icing on a cake that was already baked. I've been planning this video for weeks. Unfortunately, I just didn't get a chance to shoot it until now. First, there were the first quarter price cuts. But then Tesla teased a $1,000 increase in the Model Y price starting on 1 April. Then there was a promotion Tesla had that included 5,000 miles of free charging if you bought your Tesla Model X, S, or Y by March 31st. So these promotions were aimed at incentivizing purchasing before the end of the first quarter. Now I'm used to Tesla doing this at the end of the year in order to boost sales before December 31st, but this time it's March 31st, and I'm sorry, but this is definitely not a good sign. Even with this, I don't think I would have changed my mind. It took something much bigger. In late February, I took a trip up the coast to San Luis Obispo, and then on up to San Francisco. I'll be doing a video soon about that experience. One of my charging stops was at Stone Ridge Mall in Pleasanton, California, when I saw this, a 2-story parking garage completely full of Teslas, and then a very large section of the adjacent parking lot also full of even more Teslas. My best estimate is this is well over 500 and possibly as many as 800 Teslas in a random lot 18 miles away from the Tesla Fremont factory, which kind of seems like a demand problem to me. Let's explore the situation more closely. There are only two options. Either these vehicles have already been purchased, or they have not. If they have been purchased, shouldn't they have been sent to their destination already? And shouldn't the Fremont factory have a storage and staging area that would be far better suited for loading these vehicles onto trucks than this parking lot is? I would hope so. Plus, for a company that's reportedly laser focused on efficiency, this seems really inefficient. This location is 18 miles away from Tesla's Fremont factory, so moving several hundred cars here is no small feat. You either have to have individual drivers make many hundreds of trips, or load the vehicles onto trucks and still make a couple hundred trips. Let's stop for a moment and really think about this. So people will load these vehicles onto trucks, drive them 18 miles away to unload them, park them, just to load them onto the trucks again at a later date, rather than just load them on the trucks and distribute them. I think we rule out that these vehicles have already been purchased. That brings us to the second option. These vehicles have not yet been purchased. But a search of the Tesla's available inventory on their website the night I discovered this lot showed them as only having 12 vehicles available across all their models. So the vast majority of these vehicles are not listed as available. So if these cars are not pending delivery and aren't available for purchase, what are they? Personally, I think they're being hidden. Let's look at their location again. This location is 18 miles from Tesla's Fremont factory, which is not very far from Fremont, but it's also not very close. There are probably many other locations closer to the factory that they could have used. I think it's very possible that they chose this location because it is a little farther away. It's no secret there are many Tesla enthusiasts who fly drones over the factories, and some even post here on YouTube. Now imagine you are in charge of that factory and you have so many Teslas on hand that you've run out of room in your staging area. If you start loading up the nearest parking lot, some drone pilot will definitely see this and report on it. So instead, you pick a site several miles away, and it includes a parking garage that will help hide the number of cars. So what you do is you stuff your excess inventory on some lot somewhere, hoping to be able to move that inventory before some idiot takes a video of it and posts it on YouTube. Now, if Tesla really is hiding hundreds of cars off-site, this really would be a demand problem. Now, to be fair, let's look at some potential counter-arguments. First one would be that this is a storage lot for a Tesla store. Such lots are indeed a very real thing. In La Jolla's University Town Center Mall, the store is in the mall and the cars are in one of the mall's parking lots. There is another at La Cumbre Plaza parking lot in Santa Barbara, a mere half-mile from a standalone Tesla store. So the argument that this is the case seems to make sense. There is, after all, Tesla store a mere 1.4 miles away from the Stone Ridge Mall. The problem here is the math. In La Jolla, they had about 16 cars. At the time, 8 were listed as available for sale. No doubt at least 4 were reserved for test drives, leaving about 4 awaiting for on-site pickup. It is a similar story in Santa Barbara. There were about 32 cars in the lot and 10 of them were listed as for sale. Add at least 4 for test drives, leaving 18 unaccounted for. I had a conversation with the security guard about the cars and he said 8 to 12 people per day come and pick up their purchased cars. So this still works since 18 cars should be gone in about 48 hours. So coming back to Stone Ridge Mall, 12 of these cars are listed as for sale, plus at least 4 cars for test drives, still leaves 500 plus cars for direct pickup. At a similar pickup rate as Santa Barbara Mall, that would mean it would take between 41 and 100 days to move all those cars, which makes this argument invalid. Another argument is that Tesla's Fremont factory has a run rate of 1,780 cars per day. So the contents of this lot is less than half a day's inventory, so it's not really that many cars. And to this I say, that is a good point, but I really would encourage you to rewind back to this timestamp and explain to me why Tesla would move half a day's inventory 18 miles away for no reason. Now, all of these were my reasons for believing this before the Q1 sales report came out, and unfortunately, that report has only proven the point I was already coming to. Let's look at those numbers. Tesla reportedly produced 433,371 cars in Q1, but only delivered 386,810, leaving a surplus of 46,561. To be fair, there are probably a few thousand that were sold and are in transit, so they were considered not delivered, but by the time you see this video, they will have been delivered. And in this quarter, interest rates were up. They released 2 new vehicles, and the Model 3 lost part of the federal tax credit. All of these things would help explain these numbers. So tell me in the comments down below, what do you think? Do you think Tesla has a demand problem? And did this video impact that view at all? Or did the Q1 sales numbers make you think they had a demand problem? And have you seen this lot that I videoed, or have you seen another one like it? It would be really weird to think that Tesla Fremont has more than one of these lots, and that would be kind of scary. Tell me down below. And now it's time for the subscriber shout-outs. If you'd like your own shout-out, all you have to do is subscribe to the channel and either make sure your name is visible or put in the comments down below that you subscribed. The Makala Now. Also, my birthday was in late March, so if you'd like to give me a gift, Liking this video and subscribing to my channel would be a great gift. It costs you nothing, and you don't even have to gift wrap it. And if your name is visible when you subscribe, you may be the one getting a gift, as I do plan on doing a prize drawing if we hit 250 subscribers by 30 April. All right, thank you very much. And hey, here's a video YouTube thinks you'll like next.